Hello, Blokees fans. This is Bieber, and today for you guys, I have for you Blokees' own original series, their brand new Astral Rally Defenders Volume 1. Yes, my friends, we finally have our own original series from Blokees, and these little guys are a lot of fun to check out for a number of good reasons. One reason for sure is if you happen to be an army building fan, well, you're going to love these little guys for sure for the number of reasons. But what's the other reasons you might say? Well, if you happen to like certain style mecha, well, I can tell you right now, you have a couple to check out, starting with the factions. Yes, this volume gives us 3 faction series to check out with this series, and I'm sure, of course, more will follow later on. But in this case, we have you the Moon, the Earth, Moon Unions Kier series. We have the Venusian Kingdom Zorn series, and we have the Martian Empire Targ series of mecha. Yes, my friends, if you happen to like any of these little guys, I have a feeling we're going to see a fair number of fans picking their teams soon enough. In my opinion, guys, if you want to know, I personally really do like the Venusian Kingdom line of little mechs because, for one, these little guys are really cool with their knight style mech designs, which I do like for sure. I really do like that. And I'm very curious to see what later units will give us. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love the Kier series as well. Honestly, these give me so many mecha vibes that I've seen from so many mech animes and so forth that I like. Honestly, a little adjusting here, we can almost have sort of a Gundam style units here. And honestly, I won't lie to you guys, the Targ series had a number of fans have joked with me about with this one's because a number of fans look at this specific unit here and they really like calling him the camphor of the line. And yeah, I could see it. So honestly, yes, these little guys give me a Xeon style vibe with these little ones. And yes, I could totally see fans customizing some of them like that. And whatever we get later on. But that's not all we get, of course, because besides what you're seeing here, we also have these really cool support mechs. Yes, we have the MAV support units, and these alone have their own little fun features, which I will talk about in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to talk about some of the articulation capabilities of these little guys, because if you are wondering, since they are Defender scale, are these compatible with their fellow Defender series friends? And yes, they are. You can, of course, kit bash your little friends here with fellow Defenders units and such. But I have to say, these little guys have some really fun articulation compared to some of the others. I mean, I've been able to pull off some really cool, fun poses with these little guys. And keep in mind, like I said, these are Defenders, so they're not exactly big, but they are so much fun to play with. I've been able to pull off some really cool stuff with them, and I cannot wait to see what other units we'll see later, because obviously we're going to see some upgraded variants at some point for some of these units, especially our main 3, I could say. And I can say that because for those who don't know this, Blokees has revealed when they announced this line of concept arts that showed off the mech, these little guys in their full mecha designs. And honestly, I'm assuming we're going to see more of those later on. And I can say that we're going to probably see variations to at least our main 3 that they have revealed so far, and so forth. But what else do we get with these little guys? Well, for one, as I just mentioned already, we also get some really cool, fun Defenders gimmicks, because for many fans will know is when it comes to the Defender series, we do tend to get some extra gimmicks and such with the volumes, like, for example, the Transformers ones that have the Combiner new features where you can collect vehicle units to, of course, create the big Combiner mechs. Well, yes, this volume continues that trend, but not in giant robots, but in giant vehicles. Yes, by taking the 3 MAV units you see over here, you can make the big combo jet unit that you can play around with, which looks really nice. But that's not the only feature. Yes, we actually have an extra feature with this volume, which I have not seen with any previous Defender series, which is a weapon combo gimmick. Yes, with certain units, not all, but with certain units, you can make the ultimate Mega Buster. Which, yes, my friends, in this video, I will, of course, show you exactly what units you'll need and, of course, the parts to combine together with both the jet and the weapons, which I will show in a couple minutes. But I wanted to also wonder if you're wondering by any chance, since this is a Defenders volume, what about the rares of the volume? Well, since this is an original series, we're not going to get many color variants like we would see with other characters in volume units. Well, in this case, we get the same amount, just like any other Defenders set, but it's actually a little different in this case because we also, like we've seen with other series, we do get clear units. We get one of this little guy here, one of this little fella, but that's it for the clears. When we get two metallic release units, and that's the most interesting part, my friends, because, well, as you can see, I got lucky and got both. Now, note, this one I got from a second volume I picked up because I wanted a few extra ones to play around with. But yes, I got lucky to pull both the metallic variants of our friend here. And note, this one here, the gold one, is actually the secret rare unit. The other one was just a standard rare, just like the clears. No, this one is the only secret rare of the volume, which, as many will know with other volume units, we usually tend to get two. But in this volume, no, it's actually just one. That's what was interesting to see in this volume. And honestly, when I pulled this, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I'm really happy to pull it because it looks so nice. The metallic coloring looks great. I do love the cape feature that this mold has. And yes, I cannot wait to see what other knight-based units we'll see later. Honestly, I'm sort of curious to see if we'll get like a king unit later on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Think a king-based unit would be cool to see? But I, of course, assume later on we will see other bigger rare variants of our two friends here in other versions, of course, and so forth. So yes, real quick, my friends, before we move on to the combination part of the video, I will quickly show you guys all the other support mix we got in this volume, because one of the other features that each kit set comes with of our faction units is that some of them come with little features and gimmicks, like our Zorn series comes with these really cool metallic cape pieces or wing pieces, depending on the unit. As you can see, our Kier series come with a variety and a unique set of weapons between big weapons, small weapons, and support weapons. And then our Targ series, as you guys can see, come with a variety of heavy weaponry, as you can see, between Gatling arms, missile supports, and other such supports. I do love that, and of course means we're probably going to see more down the line, maybe a tank unit at some point. That would be pretty cool, right? So yes, all right. Now, my friends, if you give me a couple minutes, I will now show you how to transform both the vehicle unit and the weapon supports. Give me 1 second. And there you have it, my friends. There they are, the Mega Buster and the Combo Jet of the set, my friends. And these are a lot of fun to play around with. As you can see, it looks really nice. And this Combo Buster that they make is Very interesting. I honestly didn't think I'd see weapon combination like this. I mean, it'd be interesting, like if some of the Transformer ones could do stuff like this, but you never know. And if you're wondering, yes, still they have all the pegs set up, so you can, of course, attach these to any one of these little guys, and even to the vehicle support as like a combo jet buster setup. But these are a little fun to play with, guys, and I cannot wait to see what other volumes will give us with both vehicles and weapon gimmicks. Because honestly, guys, I mean, this is just crazy how we can get three little vehicles to make a jumbo jet. I mean, it's crazy. Not even the Transformer vehicle units are this big. That's what's even crazier. I even looked. These vehicles are literally way bigger than the actual Transformer ones. That is crazy. I do like that, though. If you're interested in any of these kind of little setups that this volume has given us, and if you're waiting to see what comes next, well, don't worry, my friends, because I have already heard that Volume 2 is already in the works, my friends, so that's a big plus for fans to check out. But not only that, my friends, I have a funny feeling, not for sure, of course, that there is a good chance that down the line we will see, hopefully, maybe some other scale variants, because a number of fans I know would love to see, because I think honestly there is a percent chance possibilities for maybe champion or maybe legend edition scale units because of the way the unique designs we did get for these little guys look. I could totally see some of these in that scale. Plus, I know tons of fans would love to see them for sure. So yes, but before we go, guys, there is one thing I would like to mention real quick, because it's an unfortunate bummer with this series has been getting that a number of fans have been noticing. Sadly, with Blokees promotional means of the for this volume, unfortunately, and what I mean is, as Blokees has been promoting this series, unfortunately, there's one big flaw with it, and that is they have been utilizing AI promotions, and yes, we all know what that means. But yes, unfortunately, a lot of fans have been mentioning it, and I too agree, is that their AI promoting of this volume is not the best way I think to go with this series. I really don't, because I've seen how they've done other promotions for other series and stuff. And honestly, I think even just simple stop motion or just regular animation setups that they can have looks a lot better, because I have seen all the promotions they've done with the AI, and it just I mean, some things of it look interesting, I won't lie, but then there are moments that are just silly. I mean, there have been moments in some of the promotions that look like ridiculous, in the sense where blasters aren't firing correctly, certain things are being destroyed in weird ways, and in other words, it just doesn't look good. We all can agree with this. It's AI stuff. We all know that is. And honestly, Blockies can do a lot better. They do plenty of good products. They can easily afford to do better promotions. So honestly, my friends, if you are not fond of the whole AI promoting situation, please share your opinions. And hopefully, Blockies will listen to the fan base and go back to good promoting instead of AI promoting, because it never looks good. It doesn't. It might be the cheaper solution, but it does not look good. That's my opinion. And so finally, guys, if you are interested in checking these little guys out, I highly can recommend these. And if you don't, and if you need more, there are plenty of others out there who can agree. These are going to be a lot of fun to check out, especially army builders. I truly believe that. So yes, that is it for today, my friends. I thank you always for coming. I do hope you're enjoying your Blockies addiction as I do. And I hope to see you all next time.